Okay, Wranglers, let's get started by looking over this week's words. For lesson 25, the first word we're going to look at is the word play. P-L-A-Y. We play baseball. Next is over. O-V-E-R. Will the puppy tip over the pot? Next is the word good. This watermelon tastes good. Said, S-A-I-D. My dad said I could ride my bike. All. Look at all the wonderful flowers. A-L-L. And she, S-H-E. She works in the garden.
Hi, kindergarten. It's Miss Willie, and I'm here to read one of the journey stories for this week. It's called Bread Comes to Life, A Garden of Wheat, and a Loaf to Eat. And there's the cover page. Bread is food we eat every day. So many kinds, so many ways. Boys and girls, what's your favorite type of bread? White bread, black bread, small bread, tall bread. Thin bread, twin bread, dinner rolls, bread with holes. Hard, day-old, tough bread. Soft, squishy, fluff bread. Look at all those different types. I think my favorite on that page is bagels. Bread is toast. Bread is crumbs. Bread is pizza. Bread is buns. How is bread made? Where is it from? Any guesses on where bread comes from? This is Baker, makes his bread from scratch by sowing wheat in his backyard patch. Soon those seeds send down roots and sprout into shoots of bright green grass. The days pass and that grass grows into sturdy blades, tall and straight, finely made, with budding heads and bristly hair. What do you think this is? Gently waving in the air. When the crop is ripe and old, the tops are bowed and streaked with gold. What is that? And every head of wheat contains many tiny finished grains. So he was growing wheat. Time to cut the golden field, gather up the backyard yield. Stack up piles of sun-dried stalks. Rub them in a threshing box. It's simple, old-time miner's craft of separating wheat from chaff. They're taking it all apart to get the little grains of wheat. What's left are seeds, a hefty load, many times the number sowed. And each new grain of harvest wheat looks just like a loaf to eat. Look at that little tiny seed. Doesn't it look like a loaf of bread or a roll that you might have on your table? Now is the hour to grind those grains into whole wheat flour. With simple tools and easy rules, it's on with the show to make up some dough and bring fresh bread to life. So there's all the measuring tools. They're going to take that grain and turn it into wheat and use the wheat to make bread. Yeast, honey, water, flour, salt, oil, and muscle power. So that's the ingredients, the items you need to make the dough to make bread. Dump it, thump it, dust it, knead it, squash it, stretch it, toss it. Look at all that fun he's having with the dough ball. Set it aside for rest and rise. It grows and grows to twice the size. Punch it down, give it some shape, let it rise again, and put it in to bake. Whatever the shape it finally takes, wherever the place it finally bakes, every day we are blessed with a mountain of bread. It's the staff of life, may all be fed. Look at all those different types, shapes, and sizes of bread. This is my favorite part. At the end of the book, it says, the end. And look, it's the end of the loaf of bread. So boys and girls, now that you've heard this amazing story, I want you to go tell someone in your family what your favorite type of bread is and what you'd like to have with your bread. For example, Miss Willie loves bagels. I like plain bagels and I like them toasted with a little bit of butter. That's my favorite. And maybe, if Mom's feeling very adventurous, you can try to make some bread. Have a good day.
Hey all you cool cats and kittens. It's Miss Pingle and I'm back for another lesson. Today I have some more friends in the classroom. I brought Pete the cat, Mona the monkey, Packy the cat, and I have a Be Calm bunny. Today I'm going to show you how to do one of our new writing lessons. It looks like this. It has a KWL chart. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to complete the K part today. And then we'll maybe generate some of the W ideas, and then you can finish the L part later. So what we're going to do is complete a what I know, what I want to learn, and what I did learn at the end. And today's topic is going to be from the book, Bread Comes to Life. Now, if you haven't read it yet, Miss Willie has a video that tells you all about it. But if you haven't, we'll go through it together. So, bread comes to life. What do we know about bread? If you don't know anything about bread, let's look through this book for some ideas. I know, bread is soft. So in my K area, I'm going to write okay, and what else do I know about bread? Not much, so better go back to the book. Oh, it's made from yeast, honey, water, and flour. So for my K section, I'll put made with yeast, honey, and flour. Now again, you can do whatever you like. You can put down whatever you know about bread. Now, after you listen to Miss Willie's story, now you're like, wait a minute, I want to know more about bread. Now, I want to know what else you would like to know, so you're going to tell the teachers what you want to learn right by the W. You know, I want to know who eats bread. So for my W, I'm going to write who eats bread. And then you can continue your questions about what you want to know. And that's it. we're done for today. I'll come back to you with another video tomorrow. So make sure you keep cool and you stay safe. Bye.
Now let's turn to page 58 in your workbook. It's down here at the bottom. It's a 5 and an 8. You will see your words up at the top. The words are all, he, no, she. Now you take a moment to read them as well. So we are going to look at putting these words in the correct sentence. So to help us, we need to also look at the pictures on the side to give us a clue of what word might go here. So, number 1, is it all for me? Ooh, that does make sense. Let's just try the other words just to check them. Is it he for me? Is it no for me? Is it she for me? Which one do you think sounds the best? Right, it is the word all. And we spell all A-L-L. Remember to use your very best writing, starting at 2 on the clock with your A, touching the baseline up and pulling down. And we always start our letter L's from top to bottom. So we know that that's all. We're going to go ahead and cross that one out because we already used it. Let's look at number 2. Number 2, he, it is not. No, it is not. She, it is not. Which one sounds the best? You said no, that is correct. Now this is starting the beginning of a sentence, so what do we need to do? We need to capitalize. So if we look at our word no, we're going to start with a capital N. We start at the top and pull straight down. Frog jump, slide down to the baseline, climb back up, and O, starting at 2 on the clock, touching the midpoint, touching the baseline, and closing. All right, and we can cross out the word no. Let's look at the picture. So we see the woman giving the boy some of the snack. So if we're looking at a boy, we're going to look at the pronouns he and she. Which word would take the place of boy? Correct. It is the word he. So at number 3, oh no, we're at the beginning of a sentence. So what do we got to do? That's right. We got to capitalize. So we know how to spell he with H-E. So we're going to start with a capital H, starting from the top, pulling down, cross it on the midline, and the lowercase e. And around. All right, remember to do your best work. We want some high quality work. Well, we did the word he, so what does that leave? The word she. We can read it with the sentence to make sure that it makes sense. She will get a bit. It's the beginning of a sentence, so what do we need to do? That's right, capitalize. So we start making a capital S. S-H-E. All right, great job. But let's, for practice, go ahead and read number 1. Can you read that sentence? I will read with you. It's it all for me. Now I'm going to read it more fluently. Is it all for me? You notice that at the end of this sentence, it has a question mark. And when we have a question mark, we're going to raise our voice right at the end of the last word. Is it all for me? You try it. All right, number 2, my turn. No, it is not. I'm going to read it more fluently. No, it is not. Your turn. Great job. Number 3, my turn. He will get a bit. Now I'm going to read it more fluently. He will get a bit. Your turn. Number 4, my turn. She will get a bit. Now I'm going to read it more fluently. She will get a bit. Your turn. Great job, Wranglers. All right, Wranglers, we're going to work on our last page for today, and that is page 61. So look down at the bottom of your page. Does this have a 6 and a 1? Great, that means it's 61. Let's look at our letters. The first letter is the letter O. O says ah, o, oo. Next is the letter X. X says x. J. J says j. E. E says eh, e. H. H says h. And K. K says k. Now look at the pictures. We have a picture of a helicopter. In elbow is what they're referring to in this picture. A kite, keys, jar, and otter. Now, you can just simply write the beginning sound for each of these pictures, but I know that you're ready to take on a challenge. So, what I like you to do is to try and spell the word, okay, while looking at the picture. Now, this word, helicopter, is going to be a long word. This might not be enough space to write it. So first, if you just wanted just to write the beginning part, you can write just the beginning sound, and you would write both an uppercase and a lowercase. This is just the handwriting practice. And this is easy peasy because you practice this every day, first sounds. So you would write an uppercase and a lowercase. But let's take on a challenge. Everybody say challenge. All right. So we're going to try and spell this long word. Now, it might seem a little complicated or a little difficult, but that's okay. Just try your best. Challenge yourself. So helicopter, we have to stretch it out like Stretchy the word snake, right? So, and we're just going to use a lowercase h. Write down, because we know it starts with the H. L. Heli. K. Op. T. And the of her. What two letters say of her? That's right, ER. That's one of Miss Perea's favorite phonograms because Perea has of her in it. I like to say of Mrs. Perea. All right, so we wrote the word helicopter. Now I did the first one with you, but you can challenge yourself to write the words for the rest of the pictures. All right, just try your best and forget the rest.